Hi, good evening. I'm Shane Jones with the Lime Sports World. Despite a gutsy 84 from West Indies batsman Shivnarine Chanderpaul, the Windies still ended day 3 of the first Digicel test behind the 8 ball. Resuming on 19 without loss at Sabina Park, the Windies slumped to 262 all out. Chris Gill made 64. New Zealand ended the day on 14 for 2, batting the second time for an overall lead of 260.
Finding a little bit of range now. Oh, big appeal now. Big appeal. Finger goes up. Two in the over. Two in the over. You either. Oh, that's it. Now is that gone? New Zealand think it's gone.
That might just ease the pressure a bit. In the air, but in the gap. And that's 4. That's 50 for Chris Gayle. His 35th in a test cricket.
Go, Peach. Neck and gone, that's it. There it is. Oh, another one.
Well played, Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Back on strike. Oh. Roach turns to walk. He gave the umpire a little clue. Oh. 54 Shivnarine Chanderpaul. His 63rd in Test match cricket. Another innings and example of accumulation under pressure.
It's carried, has it? Well, Taylor isn't moving, or is he? Yes, he is.
Gone! He tried to tee off. That's what they were looking for, and the plan has worked. A little bit more flight. And Sullivan Bean couldn't help himself.
Yep, it's only taken him a couple of deliveries to finish it off.
Edged and should be gone. Finger goes up.
Ball down. He's got him, bowled him. Perfect delivery from Kumar Roach.
Scores in the game: New Zealand 508 for 7 and 14 for 2. West Indies 262. Live coverage will resume on CBC TV 8 and 94.7 FM from 11 tomorrow morning. A new champion will be crowned in the 2014 Baiko Primary Schools football competition. Playing at the National Stadium today, defending champs Wilkie Cumberbatch went down 1-0 to last year's losing finalist West Terrace in the playoffs. The winning goal was headed home by Antonio Brooms. Meanwhile, George Lamin blanked previously unbeaten St. Gabriel's Primary to advance. Here's Damien Best.
St. Gabriel's wearing the bibs up against George Lamin in a knockout encounter. First half action, St. Gabriel's with possession. George Lamin defense in shambles. Good save by the goalkeeper. The second attempt, still no way past the custodian. However, St. Gabriel's persistence would pay off. 7th minute corner kick awarded, and the goalkeeper fell asleep on this occasion. Asher Junior Pierre would head it in to give St. Gabriel's the 1-0 lead. Well, it stayed that way until late in the second half, with time running out for George Lamin. Free kick, 39th minute. Goalkeeper makes a meal of it, and in the melee, Zane Knight would restore parity in the matchup. That's a vital lifeline. 1-1 then. So we're headed to extra time. What do you think happened? The tables turned. George Lamin playing with more confidence, benefiting from a defensive blunder, and Shoniko Moore buries it. Let the good times roll. George Lamin with the lead, 2-1. On to the second half of extra time now. George Lamin was sent St. Gabriel's packing when Ramiro Dates got onto the end of this cross. Back of the onion bag. Question mark on the method of control, but in the end it didn't matter. George Lamin, 3-1 winners over St. Gabriel's. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Damien. Well, that's the first half in sports. Back in a bit.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Mario Hart recorded one of the best individual performances in recent times in the BFA Digicel Premier League. Hart scored 7 goals as league leaders BDF SP hammered Darrells Road 10-1 in their latest fixture. BDF topped the table on 38 points. Second place, Pride of Gall Hill, who have 33 and a game in hand, and Mackinson Brittensill also picked up victories at Empire. CBC's Marcia Boyce reports.
We pick up the action in the second half with the BDF Sports program in green already up 5-1 against Darrells Road. The cross coming in for Jamal Chandler to slot it home past the diving goalkeeper in the 50th minute. Darrells Road were struggling with only 9 men, while the BDF captain Mario Hart was having a dream game at the Empire ground. Believe it or not, he had scored all 5 of their goals in the first half and was about to get his 6th, easily shifting his markers to put them up 7-1 in the 57th minute. Hart got the chance for his 7th goal of the game, being awarded a penalty after this foul by the keeper. He duly converted in the 62nd minute. That's 7 goals for Hart. BDF now up 8-1. Rashad Jules would get his name on the score sheet in the 80th minute after a failed clearance by the Darrells Road defence, while Jamal Aline added to the total in the 90th as the BDF wrapped up this one 10-1 over Darrells Road. Up next, Brittensill in red and white versus Paradise. The first goal didn't come until the 31st minute, but it was worth the wait. Zakiga Samuel, showing some skill, putting Brittensill up 1-0. About 10 minutes later, Gall Hill would pick up their second goal, a good run from Travis Coppin, and he held his nerve to find the back of the net, making it 2-0 in favour of Gall Hill. This Christchurch derby was decided in the first half, as Walton Burrows picked up a third just before half-time, and that's how it ended. Gall Hill 3, Paradise 0. The final game on the night between Pride of Gall Hill and Pinelands was another goals feast. Shaquille Boyce got the ball rolling, putting Gall Hill ahead in the 15th minute. Pinelands didn't do themselves any favours, conceding a penalty just 3 minutes later, Boyce being brought down. Jabari Chandler made no mistake from the spot to put Gall Hill up 2-0. And Kadeem Latham would add a third for Gall Hill in the 31st minute, the keeper having no chance of stopping that one. But Pinelands would pull a goal back just before half-time through Arantes Lawrence, making it 3-1. Just 5 minutes after the resumption, Lawrence picked up his second. Pinelands right back in this game, the score now 3-2. But Chandler would secure the win for Gall Hill, getting the better of the hapless defenders. His second goal coming in the 57th minute. It ended Gall Hill 4, Pinelands 2. Marcia Boyce, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Marcia. Second round action in the round-robin phase of this year's Pine Hill Dairy Primary School's netball competition has begun at the Netball Stadium. CBC's Damien Best reports on 2 of the matchups so far.
George Lamin on the goal here against Chalky Mount. Goal shooter Aaliyah Hurdle got 2 bites at the cherry in the opening stages after an obstruction was called, and she made no mistake. At the other end, missed shot by Chalky Mount's Zarina Sukin, but she wouldn't call it quits, knocking down the first goal for Chalky Mount. George Lamin would, however, secure a second goal before half-time, making it 2-1. Now in the second half, as the team switched sides, Zadrell Messiah in the thick of things on the resumption, scoring her second goal without any difficulty. Hurdle, excellent as well, brushing aside the defenders and digging a hole for Chalky Mount, who were wondering where their next goal would come from. The goal defense for Chalky Mount tried to stop Messiah from scoring, but it proved to be a tough task. George Lamin would put this one to bed, however. Messiah capping off a good game as they beat Chalky Mount Primary 7-2. Up next, a clash between Blackman and Gollop, who've been having a good season, and a Good Shepherd. The game started out with Cyril McCollin scoring the first goal for Blackman and Gollop. Here the goalkeeper and goal defense for Good Shepherd put in a good effort, but to no avail. Then it was McCollin's turn for the assist, finding Nia Ward, who made the score 2-0. Once again, Blackman and Gollop in cruise control. McCollin with her second in a row. Good Shepherd with the fight back now. Danica McLean to Tyrene Lynch. Good as gold. McLean put Good Shepherd on a roll after scoring a second goal. Unfortunately, time was not on their side as the game ended in favour of Blackman and Gollop, 7-2.
Well, that's it for sports. After the break, Lisa's going to keep on rolling with the business.